Look at me, the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a pick a card all about why were you incarnated into this lifetime. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal private readings. However, right now they're closed. If you're interested in my readings, you can check my website down below. Also, if you want to get on my waiting list, you can email me at the address that is listed below in my description box. Also, I have that email address listed on my website. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you each psychic linking object up close. I'm going to be pulling as I go today, so there's no pile of cards. And yeah, so let's start with group one. Group one, you are this beautiful blue butterfly, and it says, enjoy the little things. Group two, you are the black butterfly, believe in yourself. Group three, you are the purple butterfly, and your saying is, follow your dream. Okay guys, so those are going to be your three selections. I will insert a little video with some music for those of you who need a little bit more time to kind of chill out and see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
group 1, all of you that were drawn to this really beautiful blue butterfly, enjoy the little things. We're going to find out, why did you incarnate into this particular lifetime? Hopefully that's not too much of a glare for you guys. I don't think so. Okay, so keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, now for you guys, I'm getting that it feels like you live a very busy life, and you have a very busy mental space. A lot of distractions here. I feel like this may be a theme throughout your life. You may feel like you're unable to enjoy your life because you have so much going on all the time. You may feel overwhelmed. So let's get some cards here. Oh, this one came out. Envious gluttony. Okay, what I'm feeling here is this feeling of feeling guilty for pausing, for taking time to enjoy things. I feel like as a child, you probably were made to feel guilty for pleasurable things, right? The things that made you happy. Enjoying yourself, enjoying the way you look, enjoying your talents and abilities, enjoying good food, things like that. I feel shame here as well. And I feel like there's been a lot of opposition about you enjoying life, not able to enjoy life for different reasons for different people. It's a general reading, so take what resonates. We have layers of narcissistic energies here as well. So different kinds of trauma here in this group, but definitely an oppressive energy that keeps one from feeling free enough to enjoy the experience of life. It's as if someone's life force has been paused or removed from engaging in enjoyment. And it's interesting because with this particular group here, this enjoy the little things, that's exactly one of the reasons why you're here, is to learn to slow down and engage the meaningful moments. And I feel like I'm seeing a cash register here. There may be a focus on the external manifestations. And hey, there's nothing wrong with making your bag, getting your money, taking care of things, okay? Don't feel shame about wanting things, all right? That's not what this is about. But there's a need here to engage the real meaningful moments of life. That's really the goal here, is to engage the meaningful moments of life that are found in the little things, the miracles that happen every spring when life seems to just be reborn. Where does that come from? Yes, we know it comes from nature, but why? Why do we get to experience the seasons? Where does that come from? There's wonder here. There's a sense of awe that I feel like this group has disengaged from, and it feels like because of stress, because of distractions, because of pain, because of trauma. And I feel like your power is found in your moments, in the ability to disengage the oppressive energy, in the ability to disengage the busyness and slow down. I'm almost seeing someone like go into slow motion. And in those moments of slow motion, you begin to engage with the energy of life, with chi, and really, really experiencing the moment, if that makes any sense at all. I feel this energy of always driving towards that thing, that goal, and perhaps thinking the goal is the ultimate experience. The attainment of that goal is the ultimate experience of being alive. But truly, we miss the moments. We miss the journey when we're so focused on a goal. So I feel like you may be working on some big things, but there is missed opportunities here. There's hidden joys here that are not being explored. which means within those hidden joys is hidden opportunities that you are not seeing because you're so focused on a goal. It's time to slow down and engage your life because that is where your power is, enjoying the little things. Let's find out more about why you have incarnated into this lifetime, okay? Tell me more. Tell me more about why Group 1 has incarnated into this lifetime. Overwhelming, energetic. You feel there's this energy with this soul of feeling an overwhelming energetic debt, as if you have to work hard for anything. Like there's a subconscious tape running of having to work hard to achieve anything, having to work yourself to death, to exhaustion, to burnout, to deserve anything. Friend, that is a lie. Okay, that is a lie. That is conditioning. That is social conditioning to keep you being a worker bee. So you keep making money for other people. Okay? Let's pull these cards here, these tarot. I'm not taking any towers. I'm not taking any towers. I'm not taking any reversals. I saw the tower here. Yes, honey, you got the tower. You got the 5 of Swords. Okay? So you came in with a lot to overcome, okay? Past baggage from past incarnations. I feel like you set out in this lifetime. It's like you designed this lifetime with multiple possibilities where you could overcome extreme odds. And I feel like a lot of these extreme odds have the same kind of theme. Can you focus? Can you overcome the distraction? Can you see the truth of you? Can you break the conditioning that keeps you in a type of enslavement to a oppressive energy that keeps you where you are in this mindset of having to work extremely hard to the point of exhaustion and never seeing anything? Because the things you're putting your energy into, it seems like your heart may not be fully set on it, or your heart may be empty because you are draining yourself, giving so much to this goal, and you're not stopping and enjoying the actual moments of your life. And that's really what this lifetime is about. That's how you're going to accomplish your goals, by slowing down. It sounds very opposite how most people would say, oh, go get your dreams, go get your goals, go do it, work, 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 work. That is an old mentality that's not going to work for this new age. We no longer have to work ourselves into the ground to achieve. We have to live. We don't have to. We could choose to live in our authentic self, honor our truths, honor our vessels and our needs, live in balance, and allow the universe to open up possibilities for us. Now, that's a high mission statement for a lifetime, especially when you come in with this. This is somebody who comes into an incarnation with a very shaky foundation. So, and I'm reading with the 5 of Swords here, like there were some big issues at home growing up. Big issues. This can range from like extreme trauma, like the kind of trauma that changes your brain, to a constant perfectionism, to the point where you push yourself so hard that you're very self-critical, you self-sabotage, you may self-punish, you may see yourself with like eating disorders and body dysmorphia because you were never told that you were good enough, you were never made to feel good enough. So there's ranges here, okay, of different energies. And I don't mean to trigger anybody. This is just the energies I'm feeling. You came in with this energy. And this lifetime really, see how they're being thrown from the Hollywood Tower here. And the truth is, this is Hollywood. It's the Hollywood Tower. So one of the things that you need to understand is in the world, in the realm of possibility, there's actually, what I'm seeing here is that, stunt doubles, like when they do stunts and they jump out of buildings, they have that big inflatable mattress thing that they land on. Yeah, that's down here. You just can't see it. This is about learning to trust the universe, that it's going to be provided for, that you don't have to continue to sacrifice yourself all the time to get where you want to be, to manifest that life. Yes, when we're trying to manifest things, of course you have to work towards it. Absolutely. But this attitude in America, it's kind of a Calvinistic attitude where, working more makes you more holy or whatever. The truth is, working yourself into the ground doesn't serve anyone but the person who's putting the money in the bank. And usually that's not the person working themselves into the ground. And I feel like there's a realization that's going on with many people in this timeline that they no longer want to do that. They're choosing something else. They just don't know what that is right now. And I feel like you may be among those people, that you're deciding to choose self. You are deciding to end this. That's why you're here. And you may not think that's a big deal, but I will tell you, as a Gen Xer, it's a huge fucking deal. Okay? My generation, we did a lot of screwed up things like all generations, We are the children of the boomers, or whatever you want to call them. Labels are labels. I hate fucking labels. But we were latchkey kids, and our generation had a hard time dealing with our parents, and a lot of people are having a hard time dealing with our parents now, and we wanted to change the system. We rebelled a lot. We were the generation of, we didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So we weren't able to do it. We were just too close to the wound. But now we see new generations refusing to do this kind of work, refusing to endlessly toil, to put money. It's not even a fair system. It's just money upon money upon money given to other people. And I feel like in many ways, I'm seeing the word crusader here. Like there is an energy here about being a crusader, being a person who's like, I want time to enjoy the little things. And so far that hasn't happened. But I want to make that happen for myself. I want to allow that to happen for myself. How do I get off this crazy rat race? How do I do this? And one of the first things that you're being guided to do is become aware of it. Become aware of how the mechanism works. How does it work? If we know how it works, we can change it. We can modify it. We can make it more humane. The other day, I don't know why this is coming up, but the other day on TikTok, I saw a TikTok where there was a $20 million robot, an AI that they put together, and all this robot had to do was stack boxes from one place to another. This robot did it for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then it killed itself. It unalived itself because it couldn't imagine. It seemed like the only logical step for it to do, because I guess it didn't want to do that. So if an AI that they spent $20 million on feels that way, I think that expresses how many people feel. So humanity is changing. And instead of just thinking like I don't want to do this anymore, we're actually starting to really do something about it. Trying to make things, or the goal is to make things more humane for people, to start having more compassion. And it seems like what I see is people saying, hey, I'm a human being. Hey, I can't live on this. Hey, I can't do this. I can't keep working like this. I'm burning out. Even people who make six figures are burning out. Even people who are making six figures, a lot of them are finding they're having to make choices that they never thought they'd have to make. between paying their mortgage and paying, for food. It's hard for a lot of people right now. And there's a lot of awarenesses about where we have placed value. And the little things are becoming more and more important. Because that's really what life is about. We've been told that life is about attaining financial status, attaining so much success, attaining this, attaining that, keeping working at jobs and lives that we don't enjoy, engaging in things we don't want to do. Now, again, I want to say we all have to make a living. We all have to, and there's honor in that, okay? But when all your energy is having to go into just survival mode, it's very hard to enjoy the little things. And I feel like there's a movement now that people are saying, hey, I deserve to enjoy the little things just like you do. And the differences in our money shouldn't matter because I'm a human being and human beings need that in order to be happy and healthy. Human beings need time to enjoy the little things. It's what brings you balance. It's how you see the world in better perspective. If you're ate up with working all the time or ate up with just pursuing money, if you're ate up with, trying to make things work all the time and you never take time out and enjoy what you have, go watch some butterflies at the park, go pet your dog, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy your life, then life seems to become more and more dismal, more and more meaningless. And I feel like a lot of people, especially group one, I feel like you may be feeling like life, what is the purpose here? What are we doing? And it might make you sad, but the truth is asking that question is the beginning of real change. Because I feel like a lot of those answers are right here. Life is about the moments. When I know for me personally, when I was facing issues of like not being here, no longer being able to breathe, it was the little moments that I remembered. It was the little moments that I thought of. I didn't think about, my paychecks. I can't even remember what my paychecks were when I was working or the bills that I paid. I thought about the moments, with my family. The good moments. Your moments are what is most important. They are irreplaceable. Okay? And I feel like that's why you incarnated here. To help you focus on the magic of the moment. Moments are very powerful tools of manifestation. You can manifest a lot when you are in flow with the moment, when you are present in your moment. A lot of insights can happen. A lot of things can open up for you. We have the King of Wands here, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I feel like with the Moon here, you're very psychic. You may have an intuitive knowing. And I feel like that's part of getting in the moment. When we get into the moment and we get into flow, we are connected to universal energy. We're connected to our chi and we're in that flow. And usually that flow is creative. It's vital. It's inspired. We start connecting with things that are bigger and grander than what we once knew. And the answers to the questions of why I'm here, why is this going on, what is life really about, the answers seem to flow in those moments. We become alchemists and magicians of the moment. And you can cast the most powerful spells or manifestations or prayers or chants, whatever you do, in one moment. It's really about connection to that all that is. You can feel it in your body. For some people, it feels like electricity. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. You can feel it. You're very gifted with this Moon card here. You're very connected. And part of this distraction is part of your challenge. Can you overcome the distraction Can you see through the distraction and feel your connection? Can you trust yourself? Do you trust your intuition? Your intuition is strongest when you are attentive and present in the moment. When I'm doing these readings, I am in the moment. I am here with you. There is you and me in this moment together. And that's when a lot of your gifts will sharpen in those moments where you completely connect and the rest of the world falls away. That's when magic happens. And that's when you can turn your wheel. You are here to change your circumstances. You are here to see things change. I'm seeing the wheel turning, okay? I'm being drawn to the film canister. I'm going to tell you, I feel like group 1, you have lived this life more than one time, okay? This is something that I get for some people. I've lived my particular life that I'm living right now. I've lived it more than once. It's a whole other thing, okay? And it's like in this particular time through, think of this as a video game where you have so many lives to live in this level, okay? And each time you get a badge and you get to go back and make changes and adjustments. Think of this life as the boss in this level. You have to beat, the thing isn't beating the boss, it's can you beat the boss 10 times? It's one thing to beat him once, but can you beat that same boss on your level 10 times? It's like you're going through and you're editing your video, you're editing your life, you're editing your game, you're doing things different. And I feel like this particular lifetime lived, you're making major edits to how you've done things. And for some of you, this energy may feel very weird to you because this particular time through, you've either have already made major changes or you're about to make major adjustments that are going to switch this wheel up. You're going to make edits and you're going to completely change scenes. And even the plot of your lifetime is going to change because you're going to get in flow. Some of you guys already are, and you're feeling very inspired. See his lipstick, it's a wand. And I feel a lot of creative force here that has been hidden or oppressed to the point where it could not come through because of this restriction about you have to work hard, it's very hard to be creative when you don't feel free. It's very hard to really access your creativity when you feel oppressed. It's very hard to access your creativity when your throat chakra is dulled or closed. Being in the moment is very healing. Allowing yourself to have moments of joy and connection and laughter, even in the darkest of times. You may have a very dark sense of humor, and it might be how you've gotten through this. I encourage you, if you have a dark sense of humor, don't poo-poo that, okay? Don't get on yourself about it. A lot of us who have had tough lives, we have dark sense of humors for a reason. You kind of have to, all right? Use the things that you have in your life to cope. Use those to help you get into the moments. Okay? It'll help you move forward more because you're here to change your frequency, to change how your life has gone thus far. Okay? There's definitely some edits coming. You may be in edit mode right now. We may actively right now while we're sitting here, there may be edits being made on a subconscious level. Okay? You may be becoming more and more aware into a consciousness connection with universal consciousness and awareness of the moment. If you do, don't let it freak you out, okay? You're just becoming aware of this moment here with me, and we're connecting at a higher level if you're feeling it, okay? If you're not, that's okay too, all right? It's okay either way. There's no pressure, okay? That's one thing I feel like group 1, That's part of this incarnation, is for you to learn how to take the pressure off yourself, to relieve yourself of this outside energy of oppression and pressure, for you to perform, for you to do, for you to provide, for you to be something that you deep down know that doesn't make you happy and that you may not really be. It's time for people to get real about who they really are. You have this King of Wands energy. King of Wands is a handsome devil, and that can be any gender, okay? Charming, can charm the pants off you, if you know what I'm saying. Charming, funny, entertaining, star of the show, right? And I feel like that, look at this moon card. Look how tired this person is. This person's so tired. It's hard to be this when you feel like this. When you're given so much to something that's not giving back to you. And it's time for you to reclaim some of your energy here. Not taking reversals. So we're looking at where you are in this incarnation. Okay. So we have the King of Roses. We have the Fated Meeting. This is the Akashic Tarot. I read this when I connect with the Akashic Records. And we have the Chess Game. So I feel like many of you are in this internal battle, internal with yourself, with this chess game. And it feels like for many of you, the darker aspects have kind of, they gotten a hold. But you know what, honey? They would anyone. I mean, the world is cuckoo, is it not? It's crazy. The world is crazy. So I keep hearing these different things about self-criticism. You have got to stop criticizing yourself. Okay? That blocks these enjoy the little things kind of energy. It's like you take enjoy the little things energy and you flip it into self-criticizing, where you're criticizing little things about yourself. You may not think so, but other people might find you critical. They might find your energy very like you criticize them, and you may not mean to. But it's something you do to yourself, and it may be something you do to other people, and you may be like, I don't mean it that way, but people tell me that all the time. And it's just because you have all this immense pressure on yourself to perform. Now we have a Fated Meeting here. So you're in this energy where the universe is bringing something to you. Looks like a person. Tell me about this Fated Meeting, Akashic Tarot. Who is this person, place, or thing? It's a person or it's an opportunity. It's an edit. I'm hearing it's an edit. The Wheel of Fortune. It's an edit on this tape. Intricacies and industry. Okay, this tells me that this has to do with life purpose. It has to do with career. Okay, there's some kind of change coming in your focus. This big thing that you've been focused on, that you have pushed and worked yourself to death about, this thing that you have just continually put energy into, that focus is going to shift. That might scare you to hear this, okay, especially now. That focus is going to shift because life is precious. And I feel like for some of you guys, there's been something that's happened with this tower. I'm getting pulled into something else here, like a happening that you've gone through recently, you're about to go through, or it's something I feel around you, okay? It's something that is hidden from some of you. Some of you guys know this is happening. So take what resonates. I'm feeling different things. And it feels like it's around your job. Just take a deep breath. I know for some of you this really stresses you out. I can hear you saying like, Amy, I don't want to fucking hear that. I don't need that shit right now. I get it. But it's part of this battle. It's part of the energy of bringing you into balance. It's part of the energy of the universe helping you get to the place you need to be to live the life that you want to live in this lifetime. It's healing you. You do not value yourself. If you don't value yourself, how the hell can you value the moments of your life? You know, sometimes my messages are harsh, but they're honest. They're what I get. Okay. We have a King of Roses here. With the King of Roses, I feel like this is somebody, see how this King of Roses is looking? I don't know if y'all can see that. Looking very intensely at the rose. I feel like someone's looking at you. For some of you, they looked at you intensely and maybe didn't like what they see. And you find yourself in a situation where you're having to think about, should I take the offer they're giving me, or should I go on my own? The Five of Swords can be about that energy. Being defeated and being offered, well, you can come with us. You know, we're not going to kick you out. Or there's the door. And that can manifest in different ways. It may be that you're just tired of fighting this. You're tired of the energy of it. You're tired. Either way, I keep getting like, I'm exhausted. I am mentally, emotionally, and spiritually exhausted. Listen, I can tell you from my experience that when I got emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually exhausted, I literally collapsed, okay, because I did not listen to my vessel. And when I collapsed, I stayed down for 6 years, maybe longer. I've always said 6 years, but time is very slippery because I was on a lot of medication. And I stayed in bed for 80 to 90% of the time, maybe longer. I didn't leave my house for months at a time. I was so sick. And this is me coming to you, and I'm going to say these things to you. If you are having physical problems, if you are sick, go get help. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay, I'm going to share just a little bit of my story. Okay, I know this is a long reading, but all this stuff is coming up for a reason. Okay, I was sitting in my office many years ago, and I was at my desk, and my arm was hurting. And I was like, oh, my arm is hurting. I must have slept wrong. And as I was pushing papers, because that's what I did, I realized that my arm had been hurting in the same place for 5 years. And then it occurred to me, it couldn't be because of the way I was sleeping. And then I realized I needed to get my ass to the doctor. And for me, that was the beginning. It's amazing how we normalize so many things that cause us pain, that drain us of our energy. And it takes a moment of like reckoning where you're like, man, have I really been dealing with this that long? I need to go get this checked. Do that. If you have something that's been lingering, go get it checked. Okay? That's part of taking care of yourself. I know it's a lot of adulting. You know, because there's always like, when you get the medical, you know, there's a lot of tests. There's a lot of stuff you have to do that you don't want to do. I hated going to the doctor. And you know, part of my karma was I had to go to the doctor all the time. And now, you know, it's just a thing I have to do to take care of myself. And now I understand I get to go to the doctor. I have the privilege of being able to go to the doctor and get taken care of. I'm really lucky and I'm really blessed, and I'm grateful for that. It really is a change in perspective. Do not ignore your needs, okay? And if your job, or this may also be some situation for you, it could be a relationship that there's some parting that needs to happen. Take what resonates. Don't force it. Don't force it, okay? Allow the universe to open something else up for you. But you got to let go of it, like emotionally, mentally. You got to say, okay, even if you can't walk away from it yet, there's an energetic thing that happens when you let go and you say, okay, this isn't for me. I can't make it work. It took me a long time with my job. It took a long time for me to realize how sick I was. It was very difficult. It was very, very difficult. I was in denial for a long time. Don't be like me. Okay, don't be like me. Listen to yourself. Okay, let's get some more energy. So what is the energy we're moving into? Okay. Got 3. Okay, let's go ahead and see these. Okay. So the Lookout is kind of like the card. It reminds me of the Tower. But it's more like change is coming. Radical change. And I know the Tower is scary. This card can be unnerving. But it's going to set you on a pathway where this enjoying the little things is going to be more possible. You're going to be able to connect more with your moments. You're going to be able to connect more with what you want to do with your life. Your goals will shift. Your energy is going to shift for many of you. It's going to lead to more happiness. But with past unknown here, there's going to be fear. Honey, it's okay to be afraid. Listen to me. Listen to Auntie Amy. I often get afraid, but I'm fearless. I see the fear and I say, okay, I see you, fear. Hello, how you doing? I've seen you before. So we're just going to do this anyway. Even though I'm scared, we're just going to do it. I don't know how it's going to go. That's how I approach it now. Like, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to work out. But you know what? I'm just going to do it because I want to do it. And I want to overcome my fear. I'm not going to run away from it anymore. And I feel like that's where you're going. You're like, I see it. I'm afraid. I don't know how it's going to happen. But I want to be able to enjoy my life more and engage in the moments. So I'm willing to not know. I tell you what, releasing the need to know or try to figure out how everything's going to work out was one of the greatest relieving energies I ever did. When I stopped trying to figure out how to piece everything together and make it work, and I just allowed the universe and my own guides and things to work it out, and I let go of control, a lot of things start to flow. They just started to flow for me. Everything just started working out because I no longer needed to control it. I just trusted my journey. I just trusted my path because, hey, it got me this far. And for me, that was pretty big, you know, because my health's improving, like I'm improving. And you can see that as you do this thing, as you walk in the connection with your intuition, as you become more authentic. Being more authentic means you stop doing things that are not authentic to you. Yes, sidebar, you have to earn a living. So no one needs to explain that to me. Okay, I understand that, and you understand that. But it means we make room and an equal priority doing those things that feed our soul and connect us to the moments. So tell me about this outcome. This outcome. Where are we going? Okay, this one, this one, this one, and one more. Okay. All right. So we have on track. So when I get this card, I feel like this is someone who feels the alignment. They feel validated. There's not a lot of doubt, even though They don't necessarily know where they're going, up in the air. But instead of being like, path unknown, like wondering about their path, afraid, trying to figure it out, now you're just flying through the energy. Like, I don't know how it's going to work out, but it'll be fine. I'm going to get in that balloon and we're just going to go where we go. And that's perfectly fine because I'm going to enjoy the moment of being in that balloon. Instead of focusing on when we come down and how we're going to land and what we're going to do after we land, I'm just going to focus on the ride. The moments of being in the balloon, seeing the ground from the balloon, the birds flying by, the beautiful sky, the beautiful moment of being in this balloon and floating and not really knowing how we're going to come down. That's okay. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not be in control of every moment. That's where magic happens. There's a healing of the ego here, a healing of self-image, a healing of knowing that you are valid, that you have worth. Because if you don't think you have worth, you will work yourself into the ground for others. When you know you have worth, you work for the things that are important to you. And you put your heart into it. But you don't work yourself into a place where you're sick or you're in lack of energy. You honor your life and you allow yourself to have life experiences. The end goal isn't accomplishment of the goal. The goal is to enjoy the moments of your journey. It's a beautiful energy, and we have the bird's nest. This is happiness. This is feeling at home in your life, enjoying your family, enjoying your home, making really beautiful, deep connections. That's what the outcome is for you of this whole process of editing, of making edits in your life. It's coming to this place. That's why you incarnated into this lifetime, to understand the preciousness and to enjoy it, the preciousness of this connection, of this feeling of belonging, home, engaging the moments, feeling free to be creative. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. All right, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the black butterfly, believe in yourself. This is going to be your reading all about why you incarnated into this lifetime. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. Let me shuffle up some cards for you and we'll get started. Okay, so believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I feel like you haven't had a lot of that, have you? It's been hard. It's hard to believe in yourself when nobody else does, right? You haven't had a lot of people believing in you. Okay, we have Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. And we have Fairy of the Green World, the natural world needs you. Okay. I want to find out about the sweet memories. It feels here, this is an 11, which is a master number. And we have 44, which is a new master number. It feels like you were born with a knowing. You incarnated with a kind of knowing. Almost like you know you were meant for something unusual, something different from what maybe your family wanted for you. And I feel like this fairy of the green world, the natural world, needs you. I feel like this energy didn't exactly fit in. And this beautiful fairy is green. They stand out. And you can't help it. You're different. And when the world tells you to conform and you are unable to conform because you are just different from other people, it can be a very tough experience. You can find that life is very challenging because you don't resonate with being a carbon copy. You can't fit in the mold because they broke the mold with you. Okay, let's find out some more energy. Why did you incarnate into this lifetime? Wow, there's a lot of flipping of cards going on. The first card is boundary. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I feel like people have really kind of run you over in this lifetime. I'm getting an energy of like someone standing on the sidelines while everybody else is kind of appears to be having a party. I say appears because what appears to be a party could actually be a nightmare to other people. It's all about perspective, right? You may be an introvert. You may not really be comfortable around other people. And it really is because your energy is just different. You're just a unique individual. You may have issues understanding people as far as like emotions. I feel like you can't stand fakeness. I want to tell you, I feel this energy of a past life here where you were betrayed by someone's fakeness. Somebody was fake with you and they betrayed you. They acted like one thing and they turned on you, and that cost you. For some of you, it cost you your life in that lifetime. So boundaries are big. And what I see here is almost like this energy being put out by this very unusual and wise energy of like, stay away from me. It's like you don't trust people. I want to say you don't trust yourself, but you do to a degree. Because you've learned. You know about how bad and how cruel people can be. And so it makes you very hesitant about letting people in. I feel like you have a high fence around you. You're very guarded. I understand this. I think this is also because you're incredibly sensitive. And I don't just mean that emotionally. I mean that psychically. I feel like you are gifted. I felt group 1 was gifted, but this is different. These are the kind of gifts that make you different. This is someone whose gifts are extremely powerful. They're so powerful that your frequency is very different from other people's. You may appear to be very like dark. You may be like gothic or witchy, or just have a different like beat, you dance to the beat of your own rhythm kind of thing. And some people may take your guardedness, Scorpio energy here, as intimidation. But it really is a form of protection. And the thing is that this space that you have between from you and people is part of the obstacle of you being able to believe in yourself. Because if you don't ever test your ability to trust yourself in areas of, say, allowing people in or trying new situations, if you stay to yourself all the time and you never gamble, you never exercise those muscles of trust within yourself, of exercising the knowing that you have, the psychic hits, the visions, whatever it is you have. It's very powerful, but you're keeping it close to you. You're not putting it into real action where you're engaging with it. You're allowing it to fail. You're allowing it to also win. You're allowing to see where it works and where it doesn't. And what does it feel like when it's working? And what does it feel like when it's not working? What is a real psychic hit? What is a real impression? Am I really talking to dead people? How do I measure that? There's something powerful that happens here for my group twos when they begin to open up to questioning these inner knowings that you've had. As a child, you may have had some very strange experiences, or for many of you, this is teenage years. Many people's psychic, spiritual abilities really kick up when the hormones kick in, right? Or trauma kicks in. And it may be something that you've kept on the back burner. You haven't really talked to a lot of people about it because you're already strange and unusual, right? I am strange and unusual myself. It's wonderful to meet you. And you know that perhaps in your family it's not acceptable. It's something to be feared. And you know that if you walk into the awareness of this, if you begin to work with it and test it, that it's going to make you more outside the box, more strange and unusual. And it's hard for you to believe that there will be any place for you with this, that in any way this could be used to your advantage. I could relate to this. You'll be surprised to know that many times the things that we feel are our greatest weaknesses are actually our greatest strengths. The things we fear about ourselves that others find out, the things that we hold close, are actually the things that are going to give us our greatest victories. It's hard to believe in yourself when you don't own all of yourself. When you start compartmentalizing the things that are acceptable about you and the things that aren't, when you start saying, okay, I'll show people this dried flower fairy, the sweet memories, the sweetness, the acceptable parts. But this fairy of the green world, no, we're going to hide that fairy behind this. And we're going to appear acceptable. We're going to pass as acceptable. You never really get to know this weird, wonderful energy that makes you truly unique. And so you block your own pathway to purpose in your life. You block the reason why you incarnate here. You didn't incarnate to be like everybody else. That's why you're not like everybody else. If we were all like everybody else, the world would be very boring and nothing would ever change. There would be no inventions. There would be no great symphonies. There would be no great art. The difference, that friction energy, creates wonderful, wonderful things. Ideas, creativity, inspiration, all kinds of things. But those of us that carry this unusual energy have to be willing to engage with it. And I feel like for you, group 2, that's one of your challenges in this believe in yourself, is owning and engaging in all of you. Owning all of you, including the weirdest parts of you, the strangest parts. Those are the most interesting parts. You know, okay, example. Do you know how many chicken recipes I've seen on TikTok? Everybody's making chicken. You know the recipes I want to see? I want to see the weird ones. I do. I want to see the ones where, you know, you pickle something I've never seen pickled before. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see interesting stuff. Help me think about food in a different way. This is just an example. I kind of like the videos where they deconstruct meals. And you start like a dish, like say fried chicken, they deconstruct it in some way. That's interesting. It makes you think about food in different ways. I've seen a lot of people fried chicken on TikTok. There's something about your energy that has this ability to see things from a whole new perspective, a very unique perspective, and to use your gifts to share that vision. And it feels very creative. This could be through psychic gifts. It could be through art. It could be through music. It could be through writing. It could be through spoken word. It could be through business or education. Creativity is very different for different people. And I would never claim creativity has to manifest as a certain thing, because it doesn't. It's creative. Creativity is often chaotic, and people don't like to talk about that. But sometimes some of the best art is made in kind of a storm of creative chaos. So don't hide that. Don't hide that powerful force you have, that creative force. Don't try to oppress it or shrink it, okay? One of your challenges is to lower your boundaries, lower your guard, and to know when to lower it and to who. Sharpening your sword of discernment. Starseed, what lights you up? Do you feel like a starseed? Starseed is not a great label, okay? It comes from a very dark place, okay? So I prefer like multi-dimensional soul kind of thing, okay? This is why I don't like labels, because often the birth of a label comes from a dark place. So when I say starseed, I'm thinking a multi-dimensional being anyway. I always have. But you may feel like you're other. You're outside. You're different. And you came here with a different purpose, with this knowing. And it's time for you to stop running from that and embrace it. Some of you guys need to start really examining your gifts and get real comfortable with them. Okay? You have them for a reason. It's not by accident. Okay, we have the crumbling. What are you clinging to? This is kind of a tower in this deck. Man, the first group got a tower too. Listen. I'm not going to tell you that everyone's going to vibe with you. You already know this. The price of being a strange and unusual creature in this world is that many of the same creatures are going to be threatened by your strange and unusual powerfulness. And it's important, before you really walk in your authenticity of your strange and unusualness, that you own that. Before I started down this road, I sat with Lilith's energy for a long time and worked with the whole idea that, a lot of people are going to judge me. And I've been judged my whole life. I have to let go of caring. I have to let go of caring what anyone thought of me. And it didn't happen overnight, but it's definitely happened. When you no longer care what people think, and you no longer expect everyone to like you, and in fact, not everyone's going to like you, you take your power back. You get to stand in your truth, because you're not doing it for people to like you. You're doing it to align with your highest calling, with your most authentic voice. You guys really are about believing in self. Not just believing, but acting on that belief. Acting on your authentic voice. And the challenges here really are about allowing others to see your authenticity, to see your gifts and abilities. which can be really hard when you feel so ostracized. So you got to hold space for yourself. You got to hold space for possibilities to manifest. Okay, let's get some tarot here. Tell me more about this. So I feel like for many of you, you have already experienced people rejecting you for your strange and unusualness. And it's almost like you kind of already know that as you examine this, that people are going to reject you even more. But you're still putting it off. Don't put it off. Just face that fact. Just walk into it and own it. Be empowered by it. You are not for everyone. Oh well, their loss. That's okay. You're special. It is not the people who fit in that change things. It's the ones that don't fit in. It's the outside the box people that change reality. They're the magicians. They're the weavers of worlds. Not the ones who all dance to the same rhythm. You're not a cog in a machine. You're a whole other machine. And your purpose is very different from other people's. You're powerful. And I feel like group 2, it's almost like you're afraid of your own power. And that's okay. People think that you have to oppress thoughts like this. Like you should run from thoughts. If you doubt yourself, you should run from those thoughts. If you're afraid of your power, you should run from those thoughts. No, you shouldn't. You should face them. You should say, yes, I have these thoughts. I'm afraid of my own power. Okay, when you can say that without shame, you can say, okay, why am I afraid of my own power? Where did this come from? And I feel like for some of you, this comes from childhood. For some of you, it comes from a past life where you were very powerful and perhaps that power got out of hand, or it was placed into the trust of people who were not trustworthy. It's fear of the truth of self. I feel like in this lifetime, you are meant to overcome this and walk in the strength of it, in the peace of it. It's hard to enjoy life when you are at war with yourself about your strange and unusualness. You know, a goat only knows how to be a goat. A dolphin only knows how to be a dolphin. And you only know how to be you. You can't make yourself be something you are not. And you're called to do that. And not just do that, but believe in it. Believe in who you are. We have the Ten of Swords here. And we have the Hanged Man. I feel like there's just this energy of, you know, I'm done trying to appease other people. I'm done trying to fit in and make everybody else okay and make sure that nobody's cage is rattled. How about somebody caring about if my cage is rattled? My cage is rattled because I don't get to be who I am because who I am upsets everybody. I am who I am. I was born this way with the gifts and abilities, with whatever it is. This is who I am. And if you don't like me for who I truly am, my authentic self, then we don't need to be around each other anymore. It's putting up these high boundaries with the right people and lowering those boundaries, lowering the boundaries for the right people and raising the boundaries for the wrong people. It's knowing how to do that. That's what helps give you a feeling of safety and security. It's something that doesn't happen overnight. Okay, it's a process. We have the Page of Pentacles here. And we have the Four of Wands. What I'm getting, I'm an intuitive reader as well. So what I'm getting with this Page of Wands is allowing yourself to be seen in your truth, standing firm in your truth, authentically, in the strangeness of it all, is really going to open up a new perspective with this hangman. It's going to allow you to believe in yourself, because you're going to be able to attract energies to you. As you move into the energy of really examining these aspects of self that are unusual and strange, however you feel about these abilities, you're going to find that examining and working with these energies are going to bring you a lot of happiness with the Four of Wands. They're going to bring a lot of happy energy to your life by working with them and accepting this about yourself. I had to make peace with my weirdness. It took me years. I'm not one of those people, like a spirit medium, psychic, tarot reader, whatever, who I was just, oh, okay. All right, I talk to dead people. I'm totally at peace with that. No, I did not want to do that. I didn't want to channel. I don't want to have that ability. I don't want to be weird. I ran from it. It was only when I started to make peace with it and I stopped denying myself the truth that I was able to walk into moments of true happiness and self-acceptance. Now, your gifts and abilities may be different, and I'm sure they are, but there are elements of self that we must own to believe in ourselves, to truly believe in ourselves. This isn't the butterfly flower fairy belief. This is believing in self in a very real way. This is belief that is based on the knowledge of self, self-knowledge, self-awareness, self-knowing. The kind of stuff that people can't take away from you. You can't be shaken from this shit. Once you untap that box, untap the box. Once you open the bottle, once the top comes off, you can't put it back in. You know what I'm trying to say. It won't go back in the bottle. Once you uncork it, you can't put it back in the bottle. I think there's an element within you that's ready to kind of move into the self-belief, the self-knowing. This kind of self-belief leads to action. It leads to change. It leads to a new perspective. Tell me more. I'm not reading any reversals. So we have the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. One more. And we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. So the Ace of Swords is a breakthrough card. It can also be a message card. But I feel like there's an area in your life, it feels like it's connected to this self-knowing. With the Four of Pentacles, I'm feeling like there's a need here for you to take stock, to become more aware. I feel like you're not connected to all your abilities, all your gifts. I think you've oppressed them for so long that it's almost like some of you guys are numb to these abilities, to these gifts. And it's time for you to become more aware of them. And I feel like there's energy around you. This could have to do with the eclipses that are about to happen, although this is a timeless reading. But I feel like there's a lot of energy coming towards you. It's going to make you more aware of this lack energy, of what you're missing. You may be right now finding that your life feels devoid of meaningful relationships because you've been unable to emotionally open up to people because you're afraid for them to see the truth of you. I'm sorry you feel that way. If you are a person that feels that way, I'm sorry. You don't need to hide yourself, okay? You need to let people see who you really are. It's very important. That's how you bring in new energy and new people into your life. There's clarity coming for you. Okay, clarity in the self-belief. There's power in standing on your own. But we cannot be islands in life. And the time is coming where there's a need for you to allow people in to your world. Allow people to know you. Get a few more cards here for you. There's clarity coming. Okay, tell me about these cards. I use these Akashic Tarot cards to access Akashic Records energy. We're going to see where you are right now. The Queen of Keys came out. Unlocking new pathways. That's what I'm hearing. Currently unlocking new pathways. The Four of Pentacles. I keep being pulled to this card. You guys may be feeling a lot of fear around money, resources. A lot of people are right now. There's clarity coming for that. The Queen of Forces. We got two queens here. We have balance. Yeah, there's a situation in your life right now that a lot of you may be feeling very afraid about. It feels like it's money related. There is balance coming to that. There's clarity, okay? This Queen of Forces, this is balancing energy too. I'm hearing it's time for you to use your abilities to help you balance out the energy of fear. Use your intuition to guide you through these situations. I'm being guided back to this card. What are you clinging to? What ideas are you clinging to? What ideas are you clinging to? What people are you clinging to? What things are you clinging to? What is still in your life that keeps you small, that keeps you from being able to believe in yourself? Who, all of that. Fill in the blank. Who, what is keeping you small, keeping you in this area where you feel uncomfortable being who you really are? Who benefits from that? Because I feel like there's an ending. There's an ending to that. There's a new perspective. There's a clarity coming and a balance. And I feel like it may have to do with letting someone or a situation go. Perhaps you already have, and it's just taking a while for you to let the energy actually, go. We have wishes fulfilled. We have lightning bolts. Something's going to hit you we have wisdom, wisdom, and mind. So I feel like what's manifesting here through balancing out your energy is a wish fulfillment. Okay. Now, I know that's hard to see where you're sitting right now. Okay. But there's a moment coming where you're really going to believe in yourself. The knowing is going to happen. And you're going to walk more fully and more forward on your path. And you're going to be more actively doing the things that really set you free, that really make you feel good about who you are. And something wonderful is going to hit you energetically, like a lightning bolt. There's a lot of wisdom here, and you have a powerful will. Don't allow other people's judgments of you to keep you from fulfilling what you feel is your destiny, what you feel is your calling. Don't allow other people to make you feel small. It's like I told group 1, you are what you are, and nothing you do can change that. Don't allow people to make you feel bad for who you are. Let's get these other cards here. We have Archangel Gabriel. We have the Scribe, and we have Reflection. Some of you guys are writers, straight up. You're a creator. You have something to express. Artist, creator, musician, something very creative. We don't have enough people creating right now. That's part of what's going on in the world. We need more people to be creative. The creative force is very powerful. And so when people start creating things, it doesn't matter if, it's a product or it's just in your bedroom and you're painting something and no one's ever going to see it. It doesn't matter. Be in the energy of creating. Be in that energy. That is divine feminine energy. And when we engage in it, it's very healing with the Archangel Gabriel here. There's a healing of self. Use this reflecting energy. Use your ability to reflect on the past, to gain wisdom and strength and clarity of mind. And put it into this expression. Whatever this scribe energy is, use it to put it into this expression, and it will manifest this wish fulfillment. I feel emotionally fulfilled. I feel emotional fulfillment. I feel emotional satisfaction. I feel happy in knowing. I believe in who I am. I don't feel bad. I feel like I'm channeling a state of being. Like there is a movement, the Hanged Man, there is a movement to a different frequency, a different state of being. It's hard to really utilize all the gifts and abilities we're born with if we block ourselves because we don't believe in ourselves, because we doubt ourselves, because we don't have the confidence to carry it through. And I feel like that's a shift coming for you. You may be in it right now. You may be in the very midst of it, building. It's a process. But this wish fulfillment is going to be like, bam. Some of you guys are going to be like, I didn't see it coming. You're not supposed to. It's a super surprise for my group too. It's a super surprise. Sometimes when we're doing all this work, we're doing our thing, overcoming, we forget that there are good things that come with this. There are rewards and bonuses. It's like, I've been using video games as an example. I did it in group 1. It's like when you clear a level in a video game and you get all the bonuses for clearing the level. It's like that. You get some stuff you want. It's like in Warcraft where you go around and you find that chest out of nowhere. There's this chest and it's full of all kinds of cool stuff. That kind of thing. Tell me I want to know about the wishes fulfilled. I want to know. Okay, they want me to pull from this one. I want to know about the wishes fulfilled. Tell me about this wishes fulfilled. Not this one? Okay. All right. This one. Okay. Tell me about the wishes fulfilled here. Okay, we have everything that blossoms, spring. Okay, so something's blooming. We have a butterfly and we have flowers. 11, we have master number 11 again, presented twice. 11, 11, and 44 are going to be numbers of alignment for you. Tell me about this wishes fulfilled for group 2. We have alignment here and now. Okay, own it. Own this wish fulfillment. Own it now. Own it. It's yours. Okay? Believe it to be so. Okay, I got 2. We have quest, searching for my grail. And we have signs. Messages are to be seen and heard. Okay, so the universe is talking to you. They are working with you to get you into alignment for this wish fulfillment. Now I'm going to pull tarot. So you're on a quest. A lot of your answers are going to be found through meditation. That's what I'm hearing. Something is blossoming. What is this? What is blossoming for my group 2? I want to know. 10 of Wands. There's an accomplishment. Some kind of accomplishment that you've been working for or you will be working for. Knight of Swords. It feels quick moving aggressively towards you. Something you've worked hard at. The Star. Okay, so, this is a Hollywood themed deck, and you want to be the star in Hollywood. So this is something you really want. This is attention. This is accomplishment. And I do feel like whatever this is for you, okay, this is something that you're going to work hard at, okay? This has to do with your creativity, okay? And it has to do with you being seen for your creative spark, okay? Follow your intuition. Own who you are. Own all of yourself. Own your strangeness, your weirdness, your unusualness. It's what makes you special. That strange uniqueness, not everybody has that, and you have it for a reason. You have it to share. We're not all supposed to be the same. It's a gift. You have a lot of gifts. You're very powerful. And I feel like some of you guys, you may need to get like some skill training to sharpen the tool of this gift. And some of you guys need to explore your gifts some more because there's more there. Gifts can grow. They can really just completely grow and morph in ways you probably haven't even thought about. There is a healing with this believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Your confidence in yourself is going to help you bring in the things that you desire. You have the desire for these things because you're meant to experience them. You're meant to walk the pathway towards them. So give yourself an opportunity to pursue it. But before you can do that, you have to own who you are completely. Because you're going to have to believe in yourself. You cannot expect the world or other people to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And you're going to have to believe in yourself despite of everyone around you not believing in you. You're going to have to be your own biggest cheerleader. That's really what this life is about. And for some of you, it's going to bring in some major attention, major energy, major accomplishments. There's happiness here. For some of you guys, it means like things like vacation. It means having enough money to afford a vacation, to afford a getaway, to afford a car, to afford to take care of people and yourself. That might be hard to wrap your mind around. And if it is, I encourage you to explore your gifts more. Because your confidence is going to come from working with those and being validated for your gifts and realizing that you're not imagining being talented. You're not imagining your gifts. They're real. You just need to be validated. There's going to come a moment where you're not going to require other people's validation. You're going to be self-validated. That is one of the most empowering places to be, is where you no longer require outside validation. You're validating yourself. The universe has validated you. Like, you've got your validation card checked. So many times you're like, I'm in, like Flynn, let's go. I got this. And you're just going to move forward. This belief in yourself is going to propel you towards accomplishment and happiness. It doesn't mean that you won't have struggles. We all do. That's what life's about. But those struggles, those issues, those responsibilities, those burdens are there to help you further refine the belief in self, to further refine who you are and who you want to be and where you want your life to go. All right, group 2, that's what I got for you. If this resonated, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hi, group 3, all of you that selected Follow Your Dreams. This purple butterfly, this is going to be your reading all about why did you incarnate into this lifetime. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so I'm being called to the October Oracle. I haven't used this for any other group. Sorry, I have hair in my eyes. Okay. All right, so tell me, why did group 3 incarnate into this lifetime? Well, obviously here there's a dream, a beautiful dream. Okay. You guys may have a very active third eye, powerful imagination. Yeah. Okay. Let me get some cards here. Tell me about my group 3. Why do they incarnate into this reality at this time? Why did they incarnate into this reality, into this lifetime? Some of you guys, I feel like you are probably have already awakened. You may be on like a 3rd or 4th awakening. We have create space, fascinated and mesmerized, and vanity. Let me pull a few more cards here. Tell me more. Create space, stillness. Talking heads, gossip, two-faced people. Okay, I feel like people talk about you. Okay, people gossip about you. I feel like you've had a lot of judgment, answered prayers. I think you're the kind of person where attention flows to you. Okay. There's a lot of sun energy around you. You were kind of born with this. You may be a Leo or have a lot of fire in your chart. You may be a Libra, but it's like you were born with this natural ability to kind of catch people's attention. That's not by accident. Okay, that's something you were born with. It's a gift. It's a blessing. Could be a curse to some of you guys. I think some people judge you as vain because you're attractive. And it doesn't mean that you're conventionally attractive, okay? This attraction radiates from your soul. It's something that draws people to you, okay? Many of you are very attractive. You're pretty, you're beautiful, you're handsome, whatever label you want to put on it. But there are people who are jealous of you. A lot of you guys have had this problem your whole life. People just talk about you. It's like people are fascinated and mesmerized by your energy. But there's an intensity with your energy too that makes it where like only certain kinds of people can be close to you because you're intense. A lot of Pluto energy here, a lot of Scorpio, a lot of depth, a lot of Pisces here as well. You're very deep. You're very spiritually connected. We have gratitude. Someone feels unappreciated. What I feel like is that sometimes the people around you don't feel close to you or valued by you. And it's probably because I feel master number 22 energy here. And let me explain. I'm a 22. And sometimes 22s could come off kind of cold to some people because they tend to get focused. Long story short, the first part of most 22's life is, what do I mean? First of all, what do I mean by master number? Like master number is a numerology term. And like I have a master number in my destiny number, which means my birth date adds up to this master number 22. Okay. It could be different areas of your life, etc. Anyway, and a master number 22 many times has a difficult first part of their life. Okay. In other words, they have to overcome huge obstacles. And a lot of times they have magnetic energy and they tend to draw difficult circumstances to them, sometimes impossible circumstances. And one of their challenges in life is to overcome impossible circumstances, to rise, gain the wisdom, gain the strength, gain the insight, so they can help others and build strong foundations for the future in different ways. They can be teachers. They can be people who build different kinds of foundations of structures and businesses or social structures or belief systems, things like that. And they tend to have this kind of energy about them that draws people to them. And usually they rise, they're late bloomers. They bloom later in life. And they can only bloom after they overcome a lot of shit. Okay. To rise as a master number 22 is extremely powerful and it's extremely difficult. It takes a level of self-mastery, and that's what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling group 3, well, let's not say one. The major focus of your lifetime, it feels like to me, is self-mastery. It's creating space, finding stillness in the chaos. It's knowing that you have this energy that draws both positive and negative into your life. Now, the first part of your life, you may have found you have a lot of this talking head energy, a lot of this negative energy. It could be that you've had extreme levels of trauma. Some of you guys have gone hungry, you've been mistreated, you've been abused, you've been thrown away. And it's like the challenge of your life was, can you overcome it? Can you gain back your dignity? Can you heal? Can you come to a place of self-love and self-determination? Can you get the wisdom from these situations? Can you love yourself when the whole world seems to not? Those kind of things. Can you overcome your addiction? Can you overcome illnesses? These are usually major obstacles. They're not minor. They're always super intense, super difficult to navigate, and it takes a level of self-mastery to work through multiple obstacles. And usually there are multiple ones. And it's a continual lesson over and over of mastery of self. And I'm feeling that. Now, people earlier in life, it's like they can feel this possibility within you, this potential. And so they get jealous. They get jealous of something they don't quite understand. It's very subconscious. And some of us get used to it. And we can often feel like all we attract is negativity, not realizing that if you can attract negativity, you can attract positivity. It's just really a perspective and a change in polarity. That's all. It sounds very easy, but when you work in this kind of energy and you start to understand that negativity and positivity, neither one has heavier, I call it density, but in all actuality, in the world of energy, they balance out. Not one is not more important than the other. They all have value. It becomes much more easy to handle and to maneuver through it when you see the value in your experiences, be them negative or positive. Now, I'm not saying it's okay what happened to you. Your pain is valid. But there's a wisdom you gained from going through those experiences that you wouldn't have otherwise. And yeah, life would be much more pleasant if we didn't have to have gained that wisdom, but you did, and you have it. And now you're at the point where you can utilize those things you've learned for your betterment, for your higher purpose. And many times, walking the pathway of self-mastery, just doing that is being an example to other people around you. Learning how to be the stillness in the storm, to be the constant in the chaos, to understand that the chaos around us is part of the mechanism of creation, and we can't have one without the other. It's very powerful. Masculine energy. I feel like for a lot of you, this making your dreams come true, follow your dreams, that statement has a course of action with it. It doesn't say living, it doesn't say like, dreams fulfilled. It says follow your dreams, acting on your dreams, pursuing your dreams. That is a masculine energy. That is action. You are called to act upon the things you want in your life. You are called to move forward in a balanced way. And you will find that what you want later in life is going to be different than what you wanted in the beginning of your life. If you've had a lot of trials and obstacles, major obstacles and many towers, you may have wanted for things, and there's nothing wrong with wanting for money or success, But once you've been through the trials and you've worked on yourself and your healing, a lot of times success, wealth, those definitions change. Peace becomes something that you want to experience all the time. You know, true connections, authentic connections. Wealth becomes having more than enough resources, but not hoarding them, because we've seen what hoarding resources does to the world. You know, there's a lot of people hoarding resources right now because they're afraid. That fear mechanism is very powerful. And group 3, you probably are very familiar with fear. Many of you guys have had to really overcome a lot of fear just to be where you are today. I feel like you've gotten over caring about how people judge you. You just had to kind of surrender that shit and been like, you know what? It is what it is. And I'm going to do what I need to do. And a lot of people don't like to hear that, especially from a 22. Because it's threatening. Because 22 energy, and you may be a master number 22, or this just may be the energy you carry, because it's the energy of group 3. And 3 is the magic number, they say. But there's something about a 22's energy when they get their shit together. Many 22s understand that before I can do this, follow my dream, I have to get my shit together. I have to heal. I have to get clarity about where I'm going. It's almost like a mechanism turns on in the brain, in the soul, in the spirit that says, okay, so we're aware, we're awake. And I feel like you guys have already awakened a few times. We're at this level of awakening. Okay, there is a dream. There is something I want to pursue. It's going to be different for you guys. Like each one of you have a different life purpose here. It feels, all of them feel very divinely connected to your higher self. Okay, this is something you came to do. And it has to do with this fascinated and mesmerized energy that is about you, okay? And I feel like you're going to the next awareness, the next expansion of consciousness, where you become more connected and more vocal about that thing, that next goal, that next revolution within. And it's almost like allowing people to witness this revolution of self, this revolution of self-mastery. Some of you guys are teaching self-mastery by doing. People are observing you. Some of you guys have stories to tell that will inspire others. Some of you have viewpoints that are unique to the world and need to be told. But all of you have the same energy of gratitude. And I feel like you guys are grateful for your life, for the person you've become today. Now, if you're not feeling that now, this is something coming to you. This is an energy coming to you. There is a stillness and a peace that I feel is going to begin to circle and encircle your aura. You're just going to find a peaceful connection with self. And moving towards following the dream is going to become something fun. Something that you'll look at like a game almost, that you enjoy engaging in. That the goal, you know the goal will be accomplished, but you enjoy the actual journey. It's kind of like the opposite of group 1. Group 1 was about the goal and didn't really enjoy the moments. You have learned to enjoy the moments. You know the goal is going to come, it's going to manifest. But you're learning about the magic and the manifestation that happens in those moments, and you're seeing it. You're seeing it manifest. If you haven't, you will begin to. Okay, tell me more. Okay, we have beauty, 14. Some of you guys are about to see a glow-up situation. This is part of the next stage of your evolution in your incarnation in this lifetime. The inner beauty, the inner healing, the inner work that you've been doing is going to start to manifest outside of you. And not just in opportunity, not just in this fascinated and mesmerized energy, but in your vessel. You will find that you feel better. I'm not saying that you're going to be completely healed of medical stuff. What I'm saying is you'll feel better. You'll feel more vital. Your skin will look better. It'll look brighter because you're taking better care of yourself. Because now you understand how precious your life is. how precious you are, that you matter. We have resilience. You understand that you are a fighter and that you were made to incarnate at this time because you have a fighting spirit, because you know that you can help other people overcome. Because, honey, if you can do it, other people can do it. You understand that. There is something about you being able to see the beauty of yourself through other people's eyes for the first time. You're going to understand why people think you're vain, because you have such a beauty about you. And this isn't all about physicalness, although many of you are very beautiful and you haven't been able to see it because it's as if something has, and I'm not saying something's been cast, but it's as if something has been cast upon you where you haven't been able to see it. And that can happen for 22s because, the first part of life is just so difficult that it's hard to see anything beautiful, let alone the beauty in self. But this is coming to a place in your journey where all the inner work, all the deep healing, all the self-seeking, all the maneuvering, all the giving, all of that light that you have connected to within yourself begins to emerge in a way where you're glowing. You're literally glowing. And this fascinated and mesmerized energy, it's like you're illuminated. And whatever this dream is, whatever this goal is, people are going to see you. You're going to be seen. Tell me about this dream. Tell me about this dream for my group 3. There's attraction here. There's attraction here. And that's what I'm hearing. There's attraction. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords. We have the 5 of Swords. This has been very hard to get to. Been a lot of worry. Am I good enough? Can I really do this? Am I talented? I don't think I can do this. A lot of negative self-talk. You've really overcome a lot. You've gotten a handle on this. If you haven't, you're going to. These doubts, these self-defeating behaviors, the self-defeating philosophy, it's leaving. I'm going to get all these cards. We have the King of Wands here. We have the 7 of Cups. We have Death. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, there is a transformation of this. This is transmuting energy. You're transmuting this worry, this grief, this self-defeat, self-sabotage. You're transmuting that. Taking a new perspective on your life, your work, believing in your abilities, believing in what you're capable of. And I got fearlessness for another group. I can't remember which one it was. But I feel like you may be afraid, you may be nervous with all this energy you're feeling, all this fascinated and mesmerized, because I feel like some of you guys feel this energy around you building. Okay? And it's because you're walking into more King of Wands energy. This is like star energy. This is like charismatic, attractive, funny, entertaining. See me with my wand. This is someone who is in command of themselves, and knows that they have something other people want. Okay, I'm feeling that for you. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. King of Wands it's energy, not gender. So I feel like with the 7 of Cups here, I feel like there's going to be a lot, for some of you, there's going to be offers in the area of work. In the area of this dream, we have Temperance, okay? It's being divinely orchestrated behind the scenes. And how it's manifesting is by you getting more comfortable with who you are, and really just allowing your beauty, allowing the truth of you out more. Stop hiding it, okay? I think you're going to find it impossible to hide, to be honest. I do. I think you're glowing. There's a glowing here. We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, this is going to come out of the blue. Okay, a Knight of Cups, an offer. Okay, yeah, there's an offer that's just going to come out of the blue. Okay, there may become a time where you're going to be fielding a lot of offers. There's a lot of energy coming towards you that has to do with this area of this dream you're working on. Okay, it feels very positive. All right, so I want you to know that all the worry, all the doubt, all this intense energy that you've been through has been for a reason. I feel like you're going to be able to live this dream. It may not work out exactly how you think it's going to. So you need to open up your perspective about how this can manifest, okay? But there's definitely something, an offer coming to you that's going to come out of nowhere. Okay, but it's in divine timing. Okay, you can't control it. But 22, I want to call you a 22. Okay, whether you are or not, it's just the energy I'm feeling. It's how Spirit is explaining your energy to me about why you incarnated. I feel like you incarnated here to live this dream, to accomplish this dream. Okay, I felt this in group 1. I feel this for you. I feel like this is not the first time you've lived this lifetime. Okay, this is a culmination lifetime. This is a lifetime where all the work you've done in your past lives are kind of coming to a head in this lifetime. You have the ability to pull gifts from your past lives forward. Okay, so any gift that you attained in a past life, future life, multidimensional life, whatever label you want, you can access now in this lifetime. Okay, just become aware of it. Some of you guys are being led to certain areas of research or certain areas of the arts or certain something. A lot of those curiosities are connected to past lives. Okay, so don't ignore that. Don't ignore that stuff. Okay. Okay, tell me more about this energy, this opportunity that is connected to the dream. This Four of Cups out of the blue. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Sun. Okay, so it's going to lead you to a decision. There's going to be a decision that you're going to need to make, but it feels very positive. Okay, and I feel like what Spirit wants you to know, either way you go, you win. Okay, so I feel like there may be a tendency to get in your head about this when this opens up for you. Don't. Either way you go, you win. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you can't lose. Because here's the thing. You're mastering yourself. And there is big rewards for self-mastery. And it doesn't mean, it's all money. But I feel like you know that. Living a fulfilling life doesn't mean that we're all billionaires. I think we all see that money's great. It's a great tool, but it's not the answer to every problem. It's really not. Okay, so this is about you getting the attention. But with the Sun here, I'm feeling like a lot of attention, a lot of positive attention on you. A lot of fascinated and mesmerized energy. Some of you guys, and I don't like to say this kind of stuff, okay, but some of you guys are meant to be well known. Okay, you're meant to be known. Some of you guys are teachers, you're writers. You're meant to be, some of you guys are like, I see like you on a screen. You're meant to be heard. I'm seeing a record player. I know. I was born in the 70s, you guys, so we had record players. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more about this. A couple more cards here. We have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands here. So what I need you to be aware of is how you get in your own head about your obligations or your responsibilities, and how there's fear here of letting go of some kind of conditioning or something that is restrictive, that you feel like, well, if I go after my dreams and it really does blossom, then this might happen and it might be bad. Don't let the mights, can, maybe happen keep you from opening up to possibility. Okay, don't let that block you. Don't let that be the last thing that keep you from pursuing or opening up to this opportunity for you, okay? Because what's meant for you is going to find you, and I feel like it's on the way because you have this fascinated and mesmerized energy, okay? It's just energetically, you have this energy of attraction, okay? Okay, where are we? I'm going to pull from the Akashic Tarot and see what else Spirit has for us. Where are we at with our Akashic Tarot? Okay, on track. Hilarion. Okay, you're very connected to your higher self right now, your guides. You're on track. The King of Scrolls. The King of Scrolls, he's holding a scroll, and I feel like there's architect energy here. Like this is an energy of I'm thinking and considering what I'm building. I'm thinking and considering what my next step is. Like there's a lot of thought going into the next level of manifestation where you want to go. The universe may be asking you, what do you want next? You may not have thought about this. You may have not really manifested past this point. Maybe to a degree, maybe you've manifested the end point, but not the different steps. And you're fixing to go to a next level. And the universe is like, what does this level even look like? I need you to program this level because we don't know what it's supposed to look like for you. So you may find yourself being asked these questions. And I suggest you write it down. What do you want your next chapter to look like? They want to know. We have the Ark of the Covenant. Okay, so I feel like there is this 11, we have 11 showing up. The next step for you is going to be very special. There is going to be magical things that unfold for you. There's going to be signs and synchronicities. There's going to be things that you cannot deny that seem to be kind of strange, how they all just kind of unfold. Everything just seems to kind of start coming together. And for a 22 that's had a hard life, at first you may be like, what? Huh? How can everything, like self-sabotage here, how can everything just start happening for me? And you start expecting things to go wrong. I want you to take a moment and kind of like set an intention to become aware of this. Become aware of this energy, okay? Because you're on this ascension journey of self-mastery. And so you have the ability to become aware of your own blocking mentalities. And this is one of them. When the universe shows you magic, believe it. You know, group 3, that in order for magic to work, the magic of the universe to work, you have to believe it. You have to go all in. And yeah, it may not be logical, but this isn't about logic. I did a reading the other day where I kept saying, I need you to suspend the need to be logical and understand how it's unfolding. Because our logic and the universe may not always line up at the same time. Because there are things that we don't know are going on behind the scenes that are being lined up. There are people who are thinking about us that we've never even thought about. There are situations coming together. For some of you guys, you are being discussed in rooms that you don't even know exist by people that you've never talked to. It's like that. It's like that. Okay? For real. And I don't say this kind of stuff to people. Like I don't like to blow people up, but what I'm feeling for you, group 3, is what I'm feeling, and I can't deny that. So let's keep going here. So tell me about this next stage. We have Uriel and the Sphinx. Okay. I feel like group 3, 21 reduces to a 3. Group 3. I feel like there's an ownership here of your ancient self. You guys are old souls. I want to say you're old ass souls. Okay. Like I see a bunch of ancient souls sitting around a huge fire. And in the middle of the fire is the universe. And we're all sharing stories about this universe. About what we thought, how we learned, what we learned, how it was. Thinking about how we would change it, what we want to experience next. These are oversouls. Okay, so look up oversoul. Okay, these are oversouls. Okay, tell me more. I think you're getting really aligned with your higher self. Some of you guys are going to be the walking embodiment of your higher self. Okay, some of you guys are going to have walk-in experiences. Go look them up. You're going to have like the next stage of your spiritual evolution and ascension is going to be magical. You're going to definitely feel it in your vessel. It's going to feel magical. There's going to be visions here that you can't explain. Some of you guys will have a euphoric experience. This is one of those kind of ascensions. If you've never had one of these, welcome. Okay, these kind of ascensions will become more on the regular for you, where they are spiritual in nature and they are euphoric experiences where you have divine experiences with God consciousness. And there are saints who talked about this, about merging with the divine union of God. And they tried to explain it, but it's very difficult to explain the experience of the energy of what people call God consciousness, okay? It's because we can't understand it. I had a friend, I call him a Cathar monk. I called him monk, but he was a Cathar monk. He was a kind of a hermit. And he often told me, he would say, you know, you can't understand the mind of God, but you can experience the energy of what we label as God or God consciousness, but it defies words. And every time we try to whittle it down to words, it often seems empty. You guys, if you've never read something called Thunder Perfect Mind, it is a Gnostic text. I'm getting that for you guys. For you guys, that might have meaning, a deeper meaning for you. If you don't resonate with it, then don't bother. Okay, it's just going to be for who it's for. Okay, we have the Buddha prepares. Okay. See, I want you to be clear. When I say that, I want to be clear. When I say that you're walking into a path of self-mastery, it doesn't mean that you're like a monk, okay, and that you're like a perfect person. Self-mastery isn't about being a cookie cutter, kind of what the world sees self-mastery or a spiritual master as. And I hate these labels. It is about mastery of you, of yourself, of you having balance, of you having awareness of self, of you being able to flow in your life in a way that you feel empowered, you feel whole, and you're able to move with the energies that surround you in ways that are in flow. And creative force is able to flow through you, and you're able to connect with other beings and many times help them, inspire them, sometimes simply by being you, and sometimes by teaching, sometimes by being an artist, sometimes by building businesses. It's different for different people, okay? But we have to remove these ideas that a spiritual master is a certain way. You know, spiritual people cuss. Spiritual people, you know, they have a good time. It's part of being human. To deny yourself the experience of being human is to deny yourself the human experience. And that's what we're here to do, is to experience being human. And some of us are here to experience being human and to attain mastery of self. It doesn't have to be one or the other. They can coexist. That idea is wild to people, because we've been taught that in order to master self, you have to turn off the things about being human, like our desires, our wants, and those kind of things. That's not true. We can bring those together in a kind of unity consciousness where we accept our human need for touch, for fun, for chocolate, for donuts, you know, to cuss, to say fuck every now and then, or too often, or whatever. You know, to go roller skating. And we can also accept the fact that, you know, we are highly attuned. We are highly, you know, we are highly psychic, or we're highly gifted. And we can accept that with humility and understanding that we are ultimately just human too. Just having a human experience. We're not better or worse than anyone. We're just like everybody else. We're just at a different place. And we're here to help other people. But we're also here to help ourselves. And by helping ourselves, we help others. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship with the collective. Okay, what is the outcome here? We have the fated meeting. Okay. You guys are manifesting someone coming in. Okay, this could be love. This isn't a love reading, okay, but it could be love. It also could be someone who's bringing in an opportunity connected to this dream that we talked about earlier, okay? This, what did we have over here? This Hanged Man, Four of Cups situation with the Sun, okay? This Temperance. All of this could be related, okay? This fated meeting, the Sun, and Temperance, okay? This person is going to come out of nowhere, okay? You're not going to, I don't care how psychic you are, I don't care. Your guide, your higher self, it doesn't want you to see this coming, okay? Because I feel like if you knew it was coming, you would feel very overwhelmed, okay? You might get lost in a lot of reflection. It may be difficult for you. So instead, you're just not going to know about this. It's going to come out of nowhere, and it's going to be powerful. And it's going to help align you with this dream energy that you have going on. All right? Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.